keep in mind these health benefits that they're going to present to us. Please be with the seniors as they missed their flight last night. I pray that they make it back safely. In your prayer, amen.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
All right. So Jayden and I created a presentation to show you why water is so important and the spiritual application of it. Okay, so why is water essential? God created our bodies to function properly only with water. Nothing else can fill our body healthily like water, which is why it is so important. It does so many beneficial things. Here are a few to consider.
All right, so here are some things to take in mind. Water is a part of New Start, the 8 steps to good health. 60% of our body consists of water. It helps to maximize physical performance. Besides increasing our physical performance, it helps to maintain a healthy brain function. It flushes out harmful toxins in the body. It lubricates our joints and keeps them flexible. Protects organs and aids in the healthy digestion.
Okay, so signs of dehydration. Dehydration is when your body is deprived of water. They say when you feel thirsty, you are already dehydrated, so it is important to drink water constantly. I know for me, I have to encourage myself to drink more water, as naturally I will not consume enough and become dehydrated. One way I help to remind myself is every time I walk by the drinking fountain, I try to take at least a small sip to remain hydrated throughout the whole day.
Dehydration is, right here. All right, dry skin, mouth, dry sticky mouth, fatigue, or few or no tears when crying, dry skin, and headaches. I got it.
Okay. Okay, preventing dehydration. Dehydration is very common but easy to prevent. Many people do not take the time to drink enough, which is why dehydration is very common. But if people would just take more time to stop in the day and drink the needed amount, they would suffer much less from this condition.
All right, depending on our dietary choices, food can provide between 2 to 4 cups of water. Therefore, we should drink about 8 to 10 cups of water per day to keep well hydrated. It is also a good choice not to consume much water or liquid in general with meals. The more liquid there is taken into the stomach with meals, the more difficult it is for food to digest. For liquid must first be absorbed. So, yeah, try not to, eat too much, drink too much while we're eating. All right, benefits of water. Not only water helps with the sickness, it helps with the creation of saliva, transportation of nutrients, and the maintenance of body temperature.
In health and sickness, pure water is one of heaven's choicest blessings. It is the beverage which God provided to quench the thirst of animals and man. Drunk freely, it helps to supply the necessities of the system and assists to resist disease. Water not only benefits you internally, but externally as well. Frequent bathing, especially at night, helps with good circulation and washes away impurities. Okay, so we created a fun fact page on water. Drinking water can help with weight loss. Hydration has a major effect on energy levels and brain function.
Water helps prevent cancer. The average American house uses over 100,000 gallons of water per year. A person can live a few months without food, but can only live a few days without water. Spiritual application. Just as Jesus sustains our physical health, Jesus sustains our spiritual health with living water, so that we will never thirst again.
So we need water to live, and we need Jesus to live. Jesus came to earth so that we could be set free from the chains of death that bind us because of sin's curse and have life abundantly again like at creation. Jesus is the creator and sustainer of all life, and without him there is no life. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And that's found in John 3:14. Jesus is essential to the redemption of the human race, just as water is essential to the restoring of the body. So we have Bible verses to go with this. But whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. The water I give him will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. The water we consume physically will fill us only for a while, but the spiritual filling Jesus gives us will last forever. The satisfaction of accepting Jesus and living for him daily will, as it says in the text, become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. So Jesus came to set us free from Satan and his curse, and to save us unto everlasting life.
All right. I have come. Wait. No. Therefore, with joy, you will draw from the waters from the well of salvation. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and ye shall be made clean. And I will cleanse you from all your filthiness and from all your idols. Living for Jesus, accepting and his free gift of salvation produces a joy given by nothing else. The wells of salvation are free and full for the repentant sinner, and with joy they will draw from it. As water washes us physically from our impurities and makes us clean, so is it with the spiritual water, Jesus' blood, that washes away our sinfulness and makes us pure again. As Jesus says, I have cleansed you from all your filthiness and from all your idols. All right, how much water are you getting?
Oops. Water is such an important part of our world and the health of our bodies. That's probably why almost 70% of the earth consists of it. You should take care to use this wonderful source provided by God.
So we leave you with this, and encourage you to remain in health through healthy water consumption. I hope you learned something from that, and you can apply it to your everyday life. Thank you. I like water. Amen.
That's not averages. How's the sunlight?
Okay.
Good morning, Heritage. Thank you, Helen and Jayden, for the water presentation. And our subject is on sunlight.
As you can see, and we're going to start with like a few fun facts about sunlight. Okay, so how hot is the sun? How hot do you guys think the sun is? Like in Fahrenheit? 100 degrees. Okay. Well, the surface temperature is about 11,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and its interior temperature is estimated as high as 18 million degrees. How much pressure is at the center, do you guys think? Any ideas? No ideas? Okay. Well, the pressure at the center of the sun is about 700 million tons per square inch. I'm not a very crazy guy at science, but I'm guessing that is like enough to create nuclear fusion and produce heat, and that's how we get heat. And one of those very hot days, this is how I feel like. Yes, I feel like this, anyway. So,
What's so good about light?
God provided a sun because he knows that it will provide constant source to supply the energy necessary to sustain all life on earth.
Even though God said it was good, many people are actually scared of the exposure to sun. We are actually overreacting to the hazards and not enjoying the benefits.
In Ecclesiastes 11:7, it says, "Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun." Now, obviously, don't look at the sun, though. So, the sun gives off energy, which creates photosynthesis and all those different kinds of things, and it goes throughout the whole world, and it makes people happy. So, can sunlight actually improve health?
If moderating sunlight can ease tension,
Increase immunity,
prevent diseases,
improve sleep, increase mental performance, heighten metabolism, relieve arthritic pains, and boost energy levels.
Many of sunlight's benefits can connect to vitamin D.
Our bodies must have the UVB radiation found in sunlight to make this essential health-promoting vitamin D. When exposed to sunlight, our skin begins to protect itself from overexposure by producing melanin, a chemical that darkens skin, and vitamin D precursors. Anyway, increased melanin and vitamin D allow increased exposure to sun without burning. So the more you tan, the less you're going to burn, and obviously, and the more you tan, the more you tan, the more you tan. There you go. So how much exposure do I need?
We need a moderate amount of sunlight per day. Approximately 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, in direct sunlight is adequate for Caucasians.
The darker your skin, the more sun exposure you need to obtain an adequate amount of vitamin D. However, if you have very fair skin, burn easily, or live in areas where the sun is particularly intense, like the Amazon, you will want to make sure sun exposure a gradual process. If fretting of the sun occurs, you may have spent too much time in the sun, and it's what you will look like if you've spent too much. Like that. So, obviously, different people need different amounts of sunlight. And so, like I said, Caucasians, 30 minutes. Dark-skinned, we put don't worry, but obviously you need to worry. And yes, and you need to make sure you put sunscreen, even if you're really dark-skinned. So, but if you're very fair-skinned, you should start working from 5 minutes and start working up, because you don't want to get like that guy anyway. So, but everyone needs to use sunscreen if you're out for a long time. Even if you're really dark-skinned, you still need to use sunscreen. And if you don't use sunscreen, you will get sunburn, and it will hurt a lot. Or you'll be looking like this if you don't use it. So make sure you wear sunscreen. Depression and sunlight.
A sunny day may do more than just boost your mood.
Actually, it will just boost your mood. But a sunny day will increase levels of natural antidepressant in the brain. Researchers say the findings provide more evidence that lack of sunlight and reduced serotonin levels are important in the development of seasonal affective disorder. And as the days get shorter through fall and winter, self-reports of depression rise. So this just shows that the less we go in the sunlight, the more probably we'll get depressed. So if you go out there and if you feel really depressed during the day, you should go out there and enjoy the sun, and it'll probably make you more happy. And that's something you need to do. So make sure you're not depressed. So oh shoot. Okay, normal amount of sun exposure about in like where we live. So like we said, for people who are very fair skinned, this is actually a great place to live and other things like that. And if you live in like near the equator, you're going to need to put a lot more sunscreen and expose yourself less to the sun. But if you live in an area like that, like closer to Antarctica and the Arctic, then you're going to want to go out there a lot. So go enjoy the sun. The end.
Thank you very much. Very well, very well. I hope that you were able to learn about sunlight and exercise. Was it exercise? Water, I'm sorry. About water and sunlight. So how many of you are encouraged to drink more water throughout the day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody's hand should go up. Because if not, you're going to get really wrinkly and you're going to have cracked lips and then you're going to just look sickly. So we understand the benefits of water. It's more than just taking a shower and just drinking it, but it also helps to increase your circulation so you'll be in better health and your organs can get all of the nutrition that it needs if you're keeping your body hydrated. Now, what's a sign that sometimes you have when somebody is dehydrated? What is the most obvious sign? Thirsty? Okay, by that time you've been long thirsty. What's one of the first signs that you see? Passing out? Well, yeah, you're long gone by that time. Smelling urine? Okay, what else? Headaches? Somebody mentioned headaches, yes. You get I can't hear you. You get lightheaded. Lightheaded. Come on, ladies, what else? Give me something. Chapped lips. You have cracked lips. These are all signs of dehydration, yes. Dry, sticky mouth, yeah, When you're crying and no tears, yeah. No tears. So you want to make sure that before you get any of these signs that you're at least incorporating 2 glasses before your meals, not just before your meals, but at least 30 minutes before your meals. And that's 3 meals that you have for today. So that'll get you in 6 glasses. And then just before you go to bed, you can have 1 more glass so that you'll be hydrated during the night. First thing you do when you get up, you have 2 glasses. So you try to keep yourself hydrated throughout the day. Now, it works better if when you're drinking water that you're not just gulping it down one time, but you're drinking it and sipping it throughout the day. So your body is constantly utilizing that water. What are some ways that we lose water? What are some ways that we lose water? Yeah. Urinating, yes. What else? Sweating, Breathing, yes. What else? I'm hearing it. Crying, yes, yes. And what else? Who? Wind? Yes, that dries you up when the weather conditions are different, yes. What is another way that you lose water? Something that you do every day. Well, hopefully you do it every day. If not, you're constipated. I'm sorry? You said exercise? Did you say exercise? Exercise is another way through sweat, yes. Breathing, somebody said breathing already. Using the bathroom, yes. When you are going to do the number 2, you're also losing water. And what makes that process easier, that if you're hydrated, you'll have a smooth move. So if you're sitting in the toilet and you find that you're sitting there too long and nothing is coming down, it simply means that you need to drink more water. So every day every day your bowels should be moving. If your bowels is not moving every day and you're eating every day, that means that you're what? You're dehydrated, yeah. What else? That if you're not having a move, what does that mean? That you're constipated. Yeah, you're constipated. So we want to minimize that by drinking water, right? What was some things that we can learn about water as well, besides hydration? You forgot? Weight loss? Okay. What are some other things that we learned about water? Okay, I heard it over here. Talk to me. Water of life. What does that mean? So we want to connect with Christ so that he can give us the water of life that we may never thirst again, so that we in turn can become wellspring of water. What does that mean? What does that mean? Ladies, what does that mean? What does that mean? A wellspring of water, water of life. We get water from Christ and then we become a wellspring, so we get holes in our body and then water just comes pouring out. How does that work? Yeah? Yes. Yeah, but in order to share it, what must happen first? So if we are filled with the water, which is the Word of God, then we'll be able to share it with others. And this is what it's meant when we become a wellspring of water, that we can share that with others by our lifestyle, by the words that we use, by the things that we do amongst our friends, and just simply by your example, okay? So let's remember the importance of water, not just internally. It is important, but not just internally and externally, but let's remember the water of life as well. Well, that was the second bell, so I'm going to leave you with that. And let's stand for a word of prayer. Dear most kind and loving Father, I want to thank you for this opportunity that our students have to share the things that they're learning in class. And Lord, I ask that while they're learning the material, that they're also wanting to incorporate it into their daily life. And as they're sharing it to the school body, that somebody can be impressed to see the benefits of water and sunlight, dear Lord, because you're such a loving God. You provide these natural remedies that we can benefit from. Help us to take advantage of it, dear Lord. And as we go through our day, we can remember all these principles and we can incorporate them as we go. In your precious name we pray. Amen. Thank you. Ladies, you are dismissed.